Hi everyone, I'm Rachel. In this tutorial, I'll teach you how to create an out-of-this-world nebula using the Color Therapy app. Creating a galaxy with shining stars isn't hard at all. It just requires a few layers, and I'll show you what to do from scratch. To find blank drawing paper in the app, go to Pixel Drawing Paper. Okay, so I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a nebula like this. So you first want to start off with a basic black background. Select the spray tool, set the size to 80 and opacity at 40. So nebulas and galaxies are full of different colors, so use the basic palette, and you can choose a few of any of those colors in there that you like. So just start off with one color. I'm going to start off with just a pink, and I'm going to just begin to spray around in the middle of my image and just kind of creating clouds that are just layering over each other. So now select another color that you like. I'll use purple now, and I'll add that into the clouds, just adding in another layer just here and there. I might use a periwinkle blue now, and then maybe a darker blue or a lighter blue, just continuing to add in layers. I might use a little bit of yellow and orange now, and maybe even just a bright red. So right now it looks sort of like colorful dust is thrown into the sky. Now let's go to the fairy dust tool. Set the size at 8 and opacity at 100. Use a light blue from the same palette, and you can just start to spray in some stars here and there. Just scatter them around in the image. Now we want to blend the sky with the smear tool. Set the size to 100 and intensity at 5. And then you want to blend most of all the areas in a circular motion with your finger. So yes, some of the stars are going to get blended in there, and that's okay. So just move in a circular motion, kind of like clouds. I'll zoom in here. So it's going to look sort of like swirling clouds. Here and there, you can leave some areas unsmeared. Go back to the fairy dust tool. Now let's set the opacity at 20. The size can stay the same at 8. And now using various colors from the basic palette, go ahead and add in a few more stars again. We're just kind of adding them back in. You could try doing white, yellow, blue, purple, etc. Now raise the size and opacity of the fairy dust tool to 100. You can use white and just here and there, just sprinkle in a few little glittery stars. Let's draw in a few more details into the nebulas themselves. So select the pen tool, set the size to 16 and opacity at 20. Okay, now zoom into a little area that you want to add a nebula into and just sample one of the colors there. And with your finger, you can start to draw little squiggly lines. If you want, you can use a reference from the internet to show you an idea of how to draw a nebula. But mostly, you just want to draw little squiggly lines here and there, sort of just creating cloud-like structures. And you can draw a few of these little structures coming up and around. And then for brighter ones, select white. And you can outline what you have and just keep adding in some more little lines around there. So it's going to look strange at first, but don't worry. You can also use the airbrush tool to blend it. So set the size to 17 and opacity at 30. So you're just making little wispy cloud-like areas, just building upon those layers that you created. We're going to blend again now with the smear tool. Set the size to 16 and opacity at 45. And just go ahead and blend using your finger. We're just going all around. We really just want to blend this into the sky. So it becomes smooth and wispy. Now let's start to lighten a few more areas for more detail. So use the spray tool now. Set the size at 50 and opacity at 40. Use white and light yellow to lighten some areas. So I'm going to start up here and just begin to add in some light, dusty areas into the sky, focusing just on that one area. And I'll do the same thing down here in this little nebula. Then with white, I'll really brighten up the centers of those nebulas. Now let's make some really large stars. So go back to the airbrush tool. Set the size at 70 and opacity at 60. And then you can use bright colors like red, purple, or blue, and we're going to make large stars. So zoom into an area where you want to have a star, and just make a circle with your finger. Then lower the size to 20, and then use white and make a circle inside of that. Then set the size all the way down to 1%, and opacity can be at 100, and you can draw a little X or a cross within the circle. You can make the edges a little bit thicker, coming in towards the center of it, so it sort of tapers off. Then repeat those steps and add in more stars with different colors. Now you can use your new skills to apply them to any scene in the app. Try it on skies, objects, smoke, etc. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, don't forget to subscribe to the Color Therapy YouTube channel so you don't miss any new tutorial videos. Thanks for watching our tutorial. You can get the Color Therapy app for free on the App Store.